So this is on definitions that are common mathematical symbols. So the first one being an absolute value. An absolute value is, it's always equal to the positive value of the number inside the lines, and it represents the distance away from 0. And so for this, the symbol we typically use is just two straight up and down lines around the number. So for example, the absolute value of -5 would be 5, so it's 5 away from 0, which is the positive number. If two things are congruent or equal, we put this type of a symbol. So it's an equal sign with a squiggly over it. Congruent means they're the same size, and shapes are said to be congruent. So things that are parallel. Parallel is when two line segments, rays, or planes will never cross, and we denote this kind of like an absolute value, but together. And so it's two lines that are next to each other, and these two lines will never cross. Therefore, they're parallel. A line segment is it's a piece of a line. So let's say we had a line segment with endpoints A and B. Then we would have something like this, A at one end, B at the other. When comparing numbers of equal value, we would say something like equals. So equals and congruent are kind of similar. But we use congruent more when we talk about shapes or figures. Equals we use more when we talk about equations or functions. Plus or minus comes up when we're talking about square roots, when we're doing the quadratic formula, things like that. If we said triangle DEF, then we have DEF as our points around the triangle. Another way to signify this would be to put triangle DEF as an actual triangle symbol rather than write it out. If things are perpendicular, this means that where they intersect forms a 90-degree angle, and it has a symbol like this. So it looks like this, but you can write it as something small like that. If we have angle ABC, one way we can write it is just with an angle symbol. Another way it represents is we start at the top point and we say A, B is the vertex, is the change, and C is the other array. If two things are similar, so this means not equal but can form proportions, so triangles would be proportional if they're similar. It's kind of like the same symbol as congruent, but without the equals part, so we just put a squiggly.